Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another HD broadcast, and today we are going to be looking at a Terran versus Terran. Yes, I know I've been doing a lot of Terran versus Terran games lately, but what can I say, my favorite mirror matchup, and I think you guys will be pleasantly in store for a surprise today, at least hopefully, because a lot of people messaged me on Facebook and said this is a really good game, you should go ahead and cast it, so I'll take your advice for it. And by the way, if you guys ever have a chance, go ahead and check me out on Facebook, or go ahead and go check me out on StarcraftArena.net. That is where you guys can submit pro replays or even amateur replays, and I'll take a look at it and see if I can cast it. But anyways, let's go ahead and introduce the players. It is going to be Morrow playing as the Teal Terran up here at the 12, and he's of course one of the top Terrans in Europe. And his opponent is going to be spawning on the opposite side of Metalopolis, is going to be Select, the red Terran here at the 6. Now Select is, as of 2 weeks ago I believe, was rated the #1 best player on ladder in North America. And he is Korean American, so obviously has some of that gene or blood that may give him a little bit of an edge in Starcraft 2. Strangely enough, doesn't have too many SCVs here, and I see why. He has erected a barracks here at the center of the map, and he's going to be opening this game up with early aggression, and he's getting a tech lab down, so it's going to be Marauders or it's going to be an early Reaper. I would think a Reaper would be far more effective than a Marauder, however, as Morrow is not going to have any defenses at all, perhaps at best 2 Marines. I don't even think he's got time for 2, as he's opened very standard 10 supply depot into 12 barracks. I don't see how he's going to have the defense to hold against Select's early aggression here, and Select using his SCV, just scouting the area out, finding out where the weakness of his opponent is, and you can bet that Select is going to be taking advantage of whatever weakness he can find. Nitro packs on the way, so those Reapers are going to be extra agile, extra mobile. Select here is opening up very aggressively. I can't wait to see this game start off. I mean, in fact, it could end very quickly. I haven't actually seen this replay yet. Here's the first Marine. Morrow, is he going to be able to hold SCV and first Reaper on the way? Gonna take out this first Marine. Marine goes down. Morrow, realizing he's in trouble, gonna force to be pulled. SCV's off the line, and one SCV gets taken out. Second SCV falls, and Morrow, realizing he needs extra production here, trying to get another barracks up, but to no avail. Select's micro here is superb, picking off Marines and SCVs, and using that ledge with his jump packs is forcing Morrow to pull all his SCVs off the line. And you might think that because Select dug himself into this hole, he went for such an early proxy barracks, he really doesn't have much economy, but he's forcing Morrow to pull all these SCVs to defend, and at the same time Select is also killing SCVs as well, so that's adding insult to injury. Still has this one Reaper alive, currently promoted to a Corporal with 5 kills, and he's gonna pick off that SCV once again, delaying that barracks. He knows that this barracks can spell the end of his early aggression. 2 barracks pumping out a mass amount of Marines can definitely end this early Reaper harass. Now I'm really curious. Whoa, did the Manx statue here taking a little bit of damage from the Reapers, so I guess Select here must be the insurgency force here on Metalopolis. But anyways, all jokes aside, I think Select here is going to come in here and do a lot more damage. He has 2 Reapers still inside Morrow's base, gonna pick off these Marines. Oh, the Reaper's in very low health, but 1 Reaper dies. The secondary Reaper, the recruit now, the apprentice, becoming the master, but he not as experienced as his predecessor, is going to fall inside Morrow's mineral line. Now, I do have to say, even though Select opened aggressively and he cut a lot of production, a lot of his SCVs, he has killed off several of Morrow's SCVs, and he's even forced Morrow to build 2 barracks. I'm almost certain Morrow did not want to go with 2 barracks early on, nor did he want to get this bunker. And here we go, Select still coming in with another Reaper, so he's being so aggressive right now. Morrow has his work cut out for him. Got to try to kill off this Reaper. Reaper barely gonna make it out of there, and Select is doing a great job of scouting, not only doing damage, but also scouting Morrow's base. Lot of top level play here in this game, showing already some superb micro from Select, and Morrow actually doing a good job of defending thus far. I like the positioning of these Marines, could possibly pick off these Reapers in transition, and he's gonna get that Reaper. Nice kill right there. Some of the body parts actually flying down to the skyscrapers below. Not a very good way to die. Morrow here looking good. He actually has deflected a lot of the early Reapers. He hasn't lost as many SCVs as I thought he would, considering he opened very standard. He only lost maybe about 3 or 4, maybe 5 SCVs, but the economy, as you guys can see, even right now at 17 Armisters apiece, and now Select might possibly lose this early aggressive barracks. Yeah, here comes the Marines. Morrow is most likely going to take that down. And you guys can see Morrow is trying to discover where the heck is this proxy barracks. He's trying to find the source of his stress, and he has finally located it. Select gonna try to keep this alive, but I don't know. Against 4 Marines, it is going to be very difficult. Nice micro from both these players, though. Notice how Morrow is trying to take down this tech lab right now. He realizes if he can remove the tech lab, no more Reapers will harass him. But look at this, Select, superb micro, showing that off once again, picks off all the Marines, and the barracks is gonna have a little bit longer of a lifespan here. Maybe for around another 30 seconds, I would say. Morrow is also going for a very early command center. Wow, that's aggressive. I think Morrow now realizes that he is going to put an end to this nonsense, this silly hillbilly aggression. He's going to take out the tech lab, and of course Marines can shoot the barracks, whether or not decides to stay on the ground or in the air. One Reaper will get out of the production in the cycle here and then probably flee away, but Morrow, realizing he's safe, is going to go for an expand and throwing down a lot of barracks here, 5 barracks total. So Morrow is going to be playing extremely economical, and he's going to be using these barracks to cover his expansion. And is Select going to be able to keep up? The Harvesters are relatively even right now. Some more Reapers coming in. Can Select do some more damage? Can he put Morrow in a big enough hole that he's got a large advantage no matter if Morrow gets another expansion or not? Is it going to be enough? Select picking off several SCVs here, and pretty close, nice harass, but I think he only killed maybe 2 or 3 SCVs there, and he's going to get a good scout as well, so not bad for both these players. But Select does have to be careful. He needs to try to get an expansion sooner rather than later. He doesn't want to fall behind in a mirror matchup. And he is getting a starport with Tech Lab. Going to go straight for Banshees. So the harass continues onward, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to go straight from Reapers into Cloaked Banshees. Now for Morrow, he needs to scout this out. He has no idea that there is a starport here. You guys can see this is Morrow's vision. All he sees is the barracks in the factory, so he does not know that there is the possibility of Cloaked Banshees coming in, and Morrow has no engineering bay. He has no way to detect the Cloaked Banshees unless he has energy on his double command center. And that is one thing going good for Morrow right now, is he's got 2 command centers. That's going to double his income in terms of mules and in terms of SCVs, and look at that, he's going to be getting an engineering base. So good insight here, perhaps even just being a little lucky. And hopefully he'll be able to deal with the Cloaked Banshees because Select is just playing so aggressively. Select putting on the pressure wherever possible. Here comes the first Banshee, and how much damage is this thing gonna do? Cloak is not quite ready yet. Thanks to the new patch, though, we do see when that Cloak finishes. There it goes. There it goes. And the Banshee is gonna cloak and go in stealth mode right here, but Morrow, great right there. Didn't even see the Banshee, but saw the cloaked outline and is gonna bring his Marines in, but he doesn't have a scan quite yet. He does have a scan, excuse me. Is he gonna be able to get his Marines underneath Stim and take out this Banshee? It's already gotten 4 kills. And Morrow desperately trying to get a turret up in time to cover his mineral line, but his gas is still exposed, and Morrow has to take out this this Banshee. He's gonna bring in his Marines, almost taking it out. The Banshee gets out of there with just a measly 8 HP, so that Banshee very, very close to death. Pilot can't be too happy about that. Secondary Banshee coming in here, and Select's gotta be careful. I don't know if he knows there's 2 command centers here. They can throw down another scan, and yeah, that Banshee gets taken out. Secondary Banshee coming in, but this one's gonna get scanned as well, and that's what I was talking about. Morrow with 2 command centers can afford to scan all day long. He's even got 1 more ComSat saved up, so that is just showing you the level of a pro gamer. Even though you might think, oh, I should use my mules because I've got 50 energy. No, he's saving it for scan. He knows he needs scan, even though he's got missile turrets in his mineral line. Banshees are too agile, too mobile, and too dangerous to leave open to the skies. Now, I do like that Select has finally opened up with his command center, so he's not going to fall behind in economy for too long. Harvester count's still pretty even, in fact. Select has somehow, some way, actually killed off several SCVs with his Cloaked Banshees and his Reapers, and has kept that economy pretty even. Looks like Select going to fall back to this Manx statue back here, and these Marines running around with their like a chicken with their heads cut off. No purpose to their life whatsoever. They're all going to go down, but Morrow's going to come in and finally scans to take out that last Banshee. Now you guys can see a factory being built as well as a starport. Morrow here might be thinking about transitioning into getting a reactored medevac or reactored starport for mass medevacs, as he's got quite a large amount of Marines. Wow, that is a lot of Marines, and you don't typically see this many Marines in Terran versus Terran. But at this point, Morrow, yeah, he's just now getting his tech labs down, so I would imagine he's going to transition into